In this video we'll create our first Hello World program using Tkinter in Python. I'll show you how to create graphical user interfaces for Python with Tkinter. The basic purpose of this series is to learn the step-by-step Tkinter coding, and after watching this video, you will be able to create desktop GUI application. If you are complete beginner and you have no knowledge about coding, then this series is for you. What is Tkinter? Tkinter is a Python module for creating graphical user interfaces for desktop applications. It is the standard Python interface to the Tkinter GUI toolkit and is included with the standard distribution of Python. Tkinter provides a set of tools for creating graphical elements such as buttons, labels, menus, and more, as well as handling events such as mouse clicks and key presses. It is easy to use and provides a simple way to create professional-looking GUI applications in Python. To start programming in Tkinter, you will need to have Python installed on your computer. It is included in standard package of Python. During installation process, make sure to select the option to add Python to your system path during the installation process. Here is a basic code how to create a simple Tkinter application. When the first line of code executes, it imports the Tkinter module and gives it the alias tk for easier reference. Second line of code creates the main window of the application. Third line of code sets the title of the window to My Tkinter App. Fourth line of code creates a label widget with the text Hello, Tkinter and assigns it to the variable label. Fifth line of code adds the label to the window. Sixth line of code starts the event loop, which allows the application to respond to user input. First of all, import the Tkinter module. After importing, set up the application object by calling the tk function. This will create a window with a title, My Tkinter App, and a label with the text, Hello, Tkinter. Now we are going to create GUI application using label, frame, Radiobutton, Entrybox, Checkbox and button. Let's create an user interface application and add widgets like frame, Radiobutton, label, Entrybox, Checkbox and button. This example demonstrates the window with the selection widgets, frame, label, Entrybox, Radiobutton, Checkbutton. This code creates a Tkinter tk object, which serves as the root window for the application. It creates a frame object, which is a container widget that can hold other widgets. The frame object is then packed into the root window, which means it takes up the entire space of the window. Finally, the main loop method is called on the root window, which starts an event loop that allows the window to respond to user input. This will create a label with text, Hello, Tkinter, with font, Arial, of size 24 and background color, light blue. You can also use the grid geometry manager to place the label in a specific row and column of the parent widget. This will place the label in the first row and first column of the parent widget. You can also insert default text inside the text box by passing it to the text variable parameter. You can also retrieve the text entered inside the text box by calling the get method on the text variable. You can also customize the look of the text box using various options like font, background color. This will create a text box with font, Arial, of size 24 and background color, light blue. You can also use the grid geometry manager to place the text box in a specific row and column of the parent widget. Create a variable to store the selected button. Create the radio buttons. Pack the radio buttons into the root window. You can also pack the buttons in a specific position using the grid method. Create a label to display the selected button. This sets the background color of the button 1 to blue and the font size to 16 pixels. Creates a variable, checkbox var, to hold the state of the checkbox, 1 for checked, 0 for unchecked. It creates the checkbox widget, which displays the text, check me, and is linked to the checkbox var variable. Checkbox is then packed, which causes it to be displayed in the window. var can be accessed using the get method and can be set using the set method. You can also assign a command to the checkbox like this. See you in next video. If you have any question then comments below.